Hello, learners. This is Mr. Shinde Chitramra, working as assistant professor, Sanjeevani Mahavidyalaya Chapoli, affiliated to Swami Ramanand Tirtha Marathwada University, Nanded. Firstly, I welcome all the BSc third year students of analytical chemistry as well as chemistry in this the learning platform. Dear student, this is our second lecture on the BSc third year analytical chemistry. We are going to learn the concept of the first unit of 12th paper, that is what they titled as Modern Techniques of Chemical Analysis first, and from this unit first, infrared spectroscopy. Here student, we are going to learn about the spectrum, that is infrared spectroscopy. In the BSc SY, you have already learned the phenomena caused by interaction of light with matter. This is nothing but the spectroscopy. The infrared spectroscopy is the one of the part of spectroscopy in which infrared radiation interact with the matter and will get the pattern, that is what the spectrum. So firstly, we want to know about the what is infrared radiation. Infrared radiation sometimes refers to simply as a infrared, or is shortly known as a IR, is the region of the electromagnetic radiation spectrum where wavelength ranges from about 700 nanometer to 1 millimeter. So this region of the wavelength, or this region in which the spectrum lies between the 700 nanometer to 1 millimeter region, that region of radiation is known as a infrared radiation. The infrared radiation कशाला म्हणायचं? इन्फ्रारेड रेडिएशन एक असे रेडिएशन आहे, आपण सिंपली त्याला आयआर रेडिएशन म्हणू शकतो, जे रेडिएशन 700 नॅनोमीटर ते 1 मिलीमीटर या वेवलेंथ रेंजमध्ये येतात, अशा रेडिएशनला आपण इन्फ्रारेड रेडिएशन म्हणतो. देन infrared waves are longer than those of visible light but shorter than those of the radio waves. As you know that infrared radiations having more wavelength than the visible light, and visible light has a less wavelength, it means the infrared waves are longer than those of the visible light but shorter than those of the radio waves. So radio waves have the higher wavelength and infrared radiation has the lower wavelength, that is what the longer wavelength than the radio waves. Then the frequencies of IR are higher than those of the microwaves but lower than those of the visible light, ranging from about 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. So what is about the, you have learned about the wavelength, but what is about the frequency? That is, you know that as the according to the equation energy of radiation, that is equal to h nu. What is h nu? This is h is a Planck's constant and nu is a frequency. So energy is directly proportional. That is what the energy E is directly proportional to nu. That is what the frequency. So the energy of the energy of the IR radiation, frequency is nothing but what? Energy of the IR radiation is higher than the microwave. Means what? As you know, the relationship between the energy and wavelength, that is what? Frequency and wavelength is equal to 1 by lambda. 1 by lambda. So this is the frequency is inversely proportional to the wavelength. That is what? The lambda. So inversely proportional means the IR radiation has lower wavelength, that is shorter wavelength, so it has the higher frequency. Higher frequency means what? The higher energy. So it tells us that what the frequency of IR are higher than those of the microwaves, but lower than those of the visible light, ranging from about 300, that is what? The 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. That is about the frequency. म्हणजे काय? The frequency जी आहे IR radiation ची, हे frequency higher आहे than that of the microwave region. So it is what? It is equal to 300 gigahertz to 400 terahertz. Then next one, infrared light is visible to the infrared radiation is invisible to the human eye. म्हणजे काय? तर IR रेडिएशन आपल्या डोळ्याला दिसत नाही, म्हणजे मानवी डोळ्याला दिसत नाही. Although longer infrared waves can be sensed as heat. तर आपण longer infrared radiation आहेत ते कसे सेन्स करू शकतो? In the form of heat. It does, however, share some characteristic with the visible light. पण त्याचे जे काही कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहेत, ते कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स गुणधर्म जे आहेत ते विजिबल लाईट सारखे आहेत. कोणते कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स आहेत? तर it what? Infrared light can be focused as like visible light, it can be reflected, it can be polarized. So this is about the characteristic which is what? Similar to the visible light. That is, it able to focused, it able to reflected, it able to polarized. So all these characteristics are of the infrared radiation, which is similar to the visible light. The next, the topic of your syllabus is that the first topic, of your syllabus, that is what? The range of IR radiation. That is the range of IR radiation, in which range the IR radiation falls. So in the range of IR radiation, we are going to learn the range or the region. So the IR radiation refers to the region of electromagnetic spectrum which is lies between the visible and microwave region. What is important word here? The IR radiation falls between the visible and microwave region. So the entire IR region, that is IR radiation, is subdivided into three subclasses, that is photographic region, very near IR region, and far IR region and mid IR. That is what the four types. So what is photographic region? Photographic region contains the range of wavelengths closest to the red end of the visible light spectrum. Means what? The higher wavelength region. So what the red light, that is what the red light region. So photographic region contains the range of wavelengths closest to the red end of the visible light spectrum. So it is generally considered to consist of wavelengths measuring from 800 nanometers to 1200 nanometers, or it is what, 0.8 to 1.2 micrometer. Means what? Red light is what, having the wavelength is nearly about 800 nanometer to 1200 nanometer, means near to the red light. This photographic region lie between 800 nanometer to 1200 nanometer, or it is simply in micrometer, that is what, 0.8 to 1.2 micrometer. Its frequency ranges from about 215 terahertz to 400 terahertz. This group consists of longest wavelength and shortest frequency, and it produces the least heat. Means what? Least heat means what? As we know that is what, energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. So higher wavelength means what? Lower frequency. Means what? The energy is also less. So it produces less heat. Such a region is known as a photographic region. The region lie between 800 nanometer to 1200 nanometer, or 0.8 to 1.2 micrometer. Such a region of the spectrum, IR spectrum, is known as a photographic region. The next region, that is what, the very IR region, is what, the very IR region. Then see what is it? What is the region of this? This region of the electromagnetic spectrum corresponds to 1.2 to 2.5 micrometer. This is known as overtone region because in this IR region absorption bands occurs. See, what is very IR region? Here the region of the IR spectrum which falls in between 1.2 to 2.5 micrometer wavelength region. Such region is known as the very near IR region. So generally this region, IR region, is known as a overtone region. What is mean by overtone? Because here what, the generally absorption bands occurs in the region. Then what is overtone? As the words tells that overtone means extra. So in vibrational spectroscopy, an overtone band is the spectral band. What is the overtone band? Is the spectral band that occurs in the vibrational spectrum of the molecule when the molecule makes a transition from the ground state, that is what V0 means, it is the first stable state, that is V0 vibrational level ground state, to the second V2 state, that is what the V2 vibrational level. This type of spectrum will get, so this type of the spectrum here, this type of spectrum will get additional spectrum overtone band. So such type of band is known as a overtone band. So what is overtone band? This is a overtone band of the benzene. So we'll get the overtone band. Means what? This band is due to the transition of the molecule from ground state to the second excited state by what the except it what transits to the first state, it goes directly to the second state. So we'll get the such a type of overtone band. So after this, the next region, that is what the near IR region. And what is the near IR region? The region which falls between 2.5 to 25 micrometer. So this is a very important region for the IR spectrum, because all the vibrations occurs in the absorptions occurs in the region vibrational absorption. Vibration after absorption of the light, IR radiation, vibrations occurs and we will get the spectrum, that is vibrational spectrum from this. So this region is a very important IR region. This is known as a vibration region. So in this region, when that amount of energy absorbed by means of the molecule, it undergoes the molecular vibrations in the region. So molecular vibrations occur. So such type of the region is known as the near IR region. Then final, that is what the far IR region. This region corresponds to the wavelength, that is what 25 micron to 300 to 400 micrometer of the wavelength. This is known as the rotational region, because here what the rotation of molecule takes place. So this is a very what small energy region, less energy, because for the rotation of molecule the amount of energy required is a very less. So it is known as a rotational region. So what is the important region for the IR spectrum? That is what the vibrational spectrum. It is what? It is nothing but the region, that is what the 2.5 to 25 micron. So this is about the different types of region, which are the how this entire spectrum is divided into different types of the region. This means this IR region is subdivided into 4 regions, that is what the photographic region, near IR region, far IR region and very near IR region. From this only what the near IR region is very important as concerned with the IR spectroscopy. So here the tabulated the photographic region wavelength range as well as the wave number. So what is the photographic region? It is 0.7 or 0.8 to 1.2 micrometer, and the wave number is about 14,285 to 8,333. Here very near IR region, what is the frequency range, wavelength range? It is what? 1.2 to 2.5 micrometer. And what is the wave number? It is what? 8,333 to 4,000 centimeter inverse. For the near IR region, that is what? 2.5 to 25 micrometer. And what is the wave number? It is what? 4,000 centimeter inverse to 400 centimeter inverse. And for far IR region, that is what? The 25 to 300 to 400 micrometer is the wavelength. And what is the wave number? It is what? 400 to 32 to 25 centimeter inverse. Then what is the entire, how will you represent the entire region of the spectrum, that is light spectrum? Here what? Gamma ray region, X-ray region, ultraviolet, infrared, microwave, radio wave. So as you know that this is the visible region. So the region, that is IR region, is fall between the visible region and microwave region. The next theory oblique what? The requirement of IR radiation absorption. So for the absorption of IR radiation, what is the requirement? That is preliminary requirement for the absorption of radiation. What it where the structure affects to the absorption, where the symmetry affects to the absorption, whether the dipole moment affects to the absorption of IR radiation. In order to for the IR absorbance to occur, two conditions must be met. Which are these conditions? First condition is the dipole moment and symmetry of the molecule. What is the relationship between the symmetry and dipole moment? So symmetry and dipole moments are interrelated with each other, because the dipole moment is inversely proportional to the symmetry. So if the symmetry increases in the molecule, or what? Symmetrical molecule do not show the dipole moment due to symmetrical nature. Dipole moments gets cancelled, and the simply symmetrical molecule does not shows the dipole moment. So what is the relationship between dipole moment and symmetry? So first condition, there must be a change in dipole moment of the molecule as a result of molecular vibration or rotation. The change or oscillation results in the dipole moment allows interaction with the alternating electrical component of IR radiation wave. This symmetrical molecules or bond do not absorb IR radiation since there is no dipole moment. What is the condition? Condition is that the molecule which interact with IR radiation. As you know that the electromagnetic radiation is associated with electrical as well as the magnetic component. So it is known as a electromagnetic radiation. So the electrical component, alternating electrical component of this IR radiation interact with the dipole moment of the molecule or given molecule. Then after the interaction, absorption occurs and the molecule shows the IR activity. If there is absence of dipole moment, there is no question to interaction of the alternating electrical component of IR radiation with the electrical component of the or dipole moment of the molecule, and there is no question of the activity of IR radiation or absorption of IR radiation. So symmetrical molecule does not shows or do not shows the dipole moment, so change in dipole moment, so they are inactive, IR inactive, they doesn't absorb the IR radiation. म्हणजे काय, कुठली कंडिशन आहे पहिल्यांदा सुरू, सिमेट्री आणि डायपोल मुवमेंट. जर सिमेट्रिकल मॉलिक्यूल असेल तर तो डायपोल मुवमेंट दाखवणार नाही, आणि जर डायपोल मुवमेंट प्रेझेंट नसेल तर मॉलिक्यूल हा IR इनॅक्टिव्ह असेल. तो कसा, तर IR मधला IR रेडिएशन जो आहे इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक रेडिएशन, त्याच्यामधला जो इलेक्ट्रिकल अल्टरनेटिंग इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपोनंट आहे तो कशाबरोबर इंटरॅक्ट होतो, तर डायपोल मुवमेंट बरोबर. आणि डायपोल मुवमेंट बरोबर इंटरॅक्ट झाल्यानंतर आपल्याला ॲब्सॉर्प्शन ऑफ रेडिएशन मिळतं आणि आपला स्पेक्ट्रम मिळतो. पण जर मॉलिक्यूल सिमेट्रिकल असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये डायपोल मुवमेंट चेंज होत नसेल तर तो रेडिएशन ॲब्सॉर्ब करणार नाही. इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपोनंट IR रेडिएशनचा त्याच्या डायपोल मुवमेंट बरोबर इंटरॅक्ट करणार नाही आणि ॲब्सॉर्प्शन होणार नाही, आणि मॉलिक्यूल कसा असेल, IR ॲक्टिव्ह असेल. The bonds in the molecule can absorb IR radiation only when there is a change in dipole moment due to electrical field of IR radiation. तर मॉलिक्यूलमध्ये डायपोल मुवमेंट कधी चेंज होईल, तर जेव्हा मॉलिक्यूलच्या द बॉन्ड ऑफ इन द मॉलिक्यूल कॅन ॲब्सॉर्ब IR radiation only when there is a change in dipole moment due to electrical field of IR radiation. कधी ॲब्सॉर्प्शन होईल, जर मॉलिक्यूल IR रेडिएशन बरोबर इंटरॅक्ट झाला आणि जर मॉलिक्यूलची डायपोल मुवमेंट चेंज होत असेल तरच IR रेडिएशन ॲब्सॉर्ब करेल, नाहीतर तो IR रेडिएशन ॲब्सॉर्ब करणार नाही. इथं काही मॉलिक्यूल्सचे स्ट्रक्चर आणि त्याची सिमेट्री दिलेली आहे, आणि ते कसे IR ॲक्टिव्ह आहेत आणि कसे IR इनॅक्टिव्ह आहेत हे दाखवण्याचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे. सी हिअर व्हॉट दी CHCl3, this is nothing but what the asymmetric molecule, because 3 Cl molecules and 1 hydrogen, so it is just not symmetrical. All these atoms attached to the carbon, central carbon, are different, so it is a asymmetric molecule. It doesn't have the symmetry, because after symmetrical operation carried out on this molecule, you will get the different rotation and different atom position of the atoms of at each rotation. So here chloroform produces net dipole moment. See the direction of dipole moment, all the Cl are downward and hydrogen, so the row or direction of the dipole moment is downward, and so we'll get the polar bond polarity what don't cancel, asymmetrical molecule and net dipole moment. A molecule shows the polarity, so polar molecule, because the alternating dipoles or the fluctuating dipoles generates on the molecule due to what the difference in electronegativity or asymmetrical nature. Here if you see the chloroform, here what all the 4 atoms, that is what chlorine atoms, are similar, so this is what is symmetrical molecule. So dipole moment what cancels each other by the similar stretching and bending vibration. What stretching vibration does not changes the polarity. Here what bond is polar, polar bond polarity cancels due to the what alternating all the symmetrical nature of the molecule. Here what the electronegativity difference is also different, because carbon is a less electronegative as compared to chlorine, but symmetrical nature, that is what C4 symmetry, that is tetrahedral molecule is there, so C4 symmetry cancels the what the dipole moment, and this molecule shows the IR inactive. So chloroform is IR active, while the carbon tetrachloride is a IR inactive molecule, because it shows the it does not show the dipole moment, the net change in the dipole moment. Second example, see the carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. Here carbon monoxide is not a symmetrical molecule. If you stretch, if you take the stretching vibration, then after what, due to stretching vibration, we'll get the here. If you stretch here, then we'll get the stretching vibration, deformation vibration, and due to this, what small charges, development of small charges on the or poles takes place on this region, and this region delta positive charge on the carbon and delta negative charge on the oxygen. So polarity develops in the that carbon oxygen bond. This is the polar bond is formed due to the asymmetrical nature. But here what, the carbon dioxide, both oxygen are symmetrical and it is attached to the carbon, although these are having the different electronegativity. Oxygen is more electronegativity than carbon, but stretching, similar stretching between two oxygen to the carbon, what cancels the dipole moment to the opposite direction. So this is the IR inactive. Carbon dioxide is the IR inactive, while carbon monoxide is the IR active. So in this way, we are able to know which compound, that is which compound is symmetrical, which compound is unsymmetrical, and which shows the net change in dipole moment, which does not show the net change in dipole moment, which is IR active or which is IR inactive. So next, some extra detailed information about the that change in dipole moment. The electrical charge, that what the positive and negative on the atoms of molecule experiences forces in opposite direction. As a result, spacing between the charged atoms, electrical dipole of the molecule also decreases. So similar, what the stretching, symmetrical stretching is there, as you have seen what in the carbon dioxide, that net change in a dipole moment, that is what decrease in a dipole moment due to the symmetrical stretching of the molecules, that is what the atoms within the molecule, that is carbon and oxygen, takes place. So the net decrease in the dipole moment what recorded. These charged atoms, when vibrated, absorbs IR radiation. When this what charge atom, if the atoms are charged, then they get what absorption of the IR radiation. The ground state energy what increases, and then molecule atom starts to vibrate, and then after starting vibration there is a net change in the dipole moment, and what it absorbs the IR radiation due to change in the dipole moment. If the rate of vibration in charge atom is fast, they exhibit intense absorption of the radiation, and vice versa. What it means, see, this is a clearly noted that if what the vibration is a faster vibrations are there, so much increase in the, there is what, much increase in the dipole moment, so we'll get the intense absorption band. That is what the intense absorption band means. Large amount of vibration, large amount of absorption is occur, and we'll get the sharp spectrum, intense spectrum. Second one, vibrational transition of CO, that is what the carbon monoxide. The next one, that is the NH stage, C double bond O and OH. It is occurs to the change in dipole moment, does absorb IR radiation. So what is this is what IR active, this is IR active, this is IR active, because they have the dipole moment. The net dipole moment is not T0 for that. What the molecule, carbon monoxide, ammonia molecule, that is what the NH and OH, that is hydroxy group as well as amine group. So a symmetrical diatomic molecule such as oxygen N2, that is what the nitrogen, do not possess electrical dipole and hence cannot absorb the IR radiation. Why they do not absorb the IR radiation? Because they do not possess electrical dipole moment. So due to symmetrical nature, they do not show the change in dipole moment, so they are IR inactive. So even though symmetrical compounds such as ethylene, that is what C, symmetrical molecules, ethylene, ethylene, that is what the exhibit dipole due to what? Due to the carbon and hydrogen stretch. They do not show any change in the dipole moment because the CC stretching does not alter the dipole moment due to the symmetrical nature. So it is what the IR inactive. But if you change any atom, or if you disturb the symmetry of this molecule, that is ethylene, by substituting one of the hydrogen from ethylene by bromine atom, that is what the bromoethylene, then see, this is what the carbon, double bond carbon, this is what the ethylene molecule, H and H. If we replace this hydrogen or this any one hydrogen from this, and if we attach this hydrogen, that is what, in place of hydrogen we take a bromine. Then after taking this bromine, the C2 symmetry of this bromoethylene molecule get disturbed and will get the net dipole moment. This is active, IR active, and if you consider this as a H symmetrical molecule, C2 symmetry is there, then it is IR inactive. So the symmetry plays important role in the deciding molecule is IR active or not. Second criteria is the substitution of the bromine for hydrogen of ethylene. That as I have already told that that destroys the symmetry and stretching of the double bond, exhibit change in the dipole moment. When the polar molecule is exposed to IR radiation, stretching vibration along the internuclear axis of the polar bond are seen. So after absorption of the radiation, they change the dipole moment due to the stretching vibration. They get stretched. Hence the electron distribution changes and the change in dipole moment is seen. That is the reason why the ethylene is the non-IR inactive while the bromoethylene is a IR active. Then second criteria for the absorption of radiation is that the correct wavelength of incident radiation. What is the second criteria, second condition? A molecule absorbs radiation only when the frequency of the incident radiation is equivalent to the natural frequency of vibration of the part of the molecule. Means what amount of energy is required to bring the molecule in the vibrational state. That amount of energy is provided by means of the IR radiation. Then the molecule get vibrate and it get absorbed by means of the IR radiation, or this molecule absorbs IR radiation and it becomes the IR active. After absorption of the correct wavelength of the radiation, the molecule vibrates and at increased amplitude due to the absorption of IR energy. For example, the HCl molecule. In ground state, they possess some amount of energy, and the energy supplied by the IR radiation matches to the vibrational frequency, natural vibrational frequency, and then molecule undergoing the vibration. I mean, what amount of energy required to molecule undergo vibration? That is nothing but delta E is equal to h nu. This is the what equation, that is what the molecule possesses the energy, that what amount of energy is associated with one photon, that is what the radiation, that is E is equal to h nu, and whatever the change in energy of that state is nothing but delta E is equal to h nu, and this h nu amount of energy is what required to molecule bring into the vibrational region and it will absorb the vibration. In case of the HCl molecule, we require the frequency of vibrational frequency, that is what the 8.7 into 10 to the power 13 per second, that is what the frequency. And if you if you know the wave number, and this wave number is nothing but 2819 centimeter inverse. When HCl sample is exposed to IR radiation, only the radiation of frequency, that is what 8.7 into 10 to the power 13 per second are absorbed and remaining are gets transmitted. And if the frequency of the radiation matches the natural frequency of vibration, then the IR photon is absorbed. What is the main reason? That is the correct frequency for the absorption. Means what, the whatever the natural frequency required to bring the molecule in the vibrational state, such frequency, such amount of frequency is nothing but delta E is equal to h nu. For the HCl molecule, it is what 8.7 into 10 to the power 13 per second. Our wave number is what 2890 centimeter inverse is required to bring the HCl molecule into vibration and vibrational state to absorb the IR radiation, and which show after absorption of radiation there are three types of molecular transitions are observed after the absorption of the radiation. Then which are the three types of molecular transitions occurs when the molecules interact with the radiation, that is what the IR radiation. So first is the rotational transition. See, when a asymmetric molecule, means what, it possesses dipole moment. Molecule rotates about its center of the mass. How it rotates? See, with the help of animation we can able to see how this rotates. As you see how this rotates, and due to rotation about its center of mass, the dipole moment seems to be fluctuate. Means what, the dipole moment seems to be changes. And then delta E for these transitions corresponds to the what, n is what less than n is what the less than 100 centimeter inverse. So here that amount of change in the energy, that is what the N is what the less than 100 centimeter inverse, quite low energy, shows up as a sharp lines that subdivided vibrational peaks in a gas phase spectra. This type of the vibration, rotation of the molecule takes place in the gas phase. So next transition, that is what the vibrational rotational transition, that is what the coupled transition, complex transition that arises from the change in the molecular dipole moment due to the combination of a bond vibration and molecular rotation. Here only rotations, here what only rotations are given, that is what the rotation, but in second type of the transition, that is what vibrational transition, that is vibrational rotational transition, both the vibration as well as the rotations are the what affect the dipole moment, or which plays the key role in the change in dipole moment. See how this rotation and vibration takes place. A spring compressed and was stretched as well as what it rotates. So this type of the rotation and vibration is observed in the given type of the molecule. Coupled vibration and coupled rotation, that is vibration and coupled rotation observed, and due to this movement, this change, that is what the vibration and rotation, coupling vibration and rotation, will get the net change in dipole moment, and molecule is what the IR active. Then next one, next third type of transition is the vibrational transitions. Then here see the in the HCl molecule how the net vibrational changes occurs. Such type of the vibrations is observed in the HCl molecule. So here how this HCl molecule, due to the dipole moment, change in the dipole moment, slight delta positive charge and delta negative charge on the HCl molecule, that is H delta, slight delta positive charge on the hydrogen and slight delta negative charge on the chlorine. See the size of this is what the hydrogen and this is the chlorine. So how this vibrates, and which is what transforming the change in the what the dipole moment, means what it affects the dipole moment. So the most important transition observed in the qualitative mid-IR spectroscopy, that is about the what is the wavelength 0.78 to 15 millimeter, and nothing but that is what the wave number is, the what n is the wave number, 13,000 to 675 centimeter inverse is the wave range. So